Another Minecraft Java mod has been ported to Minecraft Bedrock. This is Reliquary Reincarnations, created by 5Frame Studios in collaboration with Pepperfly. This add-on introduces custom pedestals, which are functional items to enhance your Minecraft experience and magic. This can be purchased for 990 Minecoins, which is $6 US. As a heads up, we did get early access, but this is not a paid promotion. The original Minecraft Java mod was created back in 2016, very fast approaching a decade old. This has way over 80 million downloads and is incredibly popular in the Minecraft Java community. I was impressed with how this add-on works. There is quite a lot to learn with today's add-on. I'll place some timestamps on today's video to make things easier for you. Once you do have this installed in a new pre-existing world, you are going to be given the Reliquary Reincarnations guidebook. When you open this, we have Quick Start. Let's start here. Welcome to Reliquary Reincarnations, the official Reliquary Reincarnations add-on for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Introduces over 80 new potion variants, magical artifacts, unique weapons, pedestals, enchanted charms, and trust me, there is so much more. This is designed to enhance your survival gameplay. This add-on brings a wide variety of mystical tools and magical items to discover, craft, and master. To learn more about each item and how to obtain it, continue reading through the rest of this guidebook. It says, this is officially licensed creation of the Reliquary Reincarnations mod by Pepperfly. So yes, they do have permission to port this. So after that, it starts to teach you about this, then charms, then weapons, then magical items. I'm gonna explain this the best way I think you should learn it. And it all starts with mob drops. Before we get into that though, if you do have any questions or queries or feedback or suggestions, scan this, go to their Discord. It really helps them out. So let's get started with the mob drops. What's available? How does it work? We have things like the Batwing, Catalyzing Gland. We have the Calicary. We have Eye of the Storm, Frozen Core, Guardian Spike, Molten Core, Nebulous Hearts, Rib Bone. We also have the Slime Pearl, Squid Beak, Withered Rib, and a Zombie Heart. Let's tap on this one for example. Dropped from a zombie / zombified piglin, 10% base chance, 25 with the Magic Bane, which is a craftable item. I'll show you how this works. It then says what it's used for. So it's used in crafting recipes for Stick of Mercy, Zombie Charm Fragment, Zombified Piglin Charm Fragment, and Wither Potions. So each one of these kind of explains the drop chance. I think all of them might actually have a base chance of 10 with an increased chance with this special item / sword you're able to make. So I'll do my very best to show you guys how this works. So we'll start summoning these. Now, trust me, this can take quite some time because you only have a 10% chance. So it's all about rarity, all about luck. Now, in terms of balance, I kind of like this. I found this to be very, very balanced for the Minecraft survival aspect. And yes, it really does take this long. This one took forever for me to get. But we'll see if our chances can improve with the other ones a little bit later on. I'm doing this in real time to show you guys if we managed to get it or not. That time we didn't. Still no luck. So you're going to need a lot of these, by the way. They're used for practically, not just the wings, but everything in this add-on starts from the mob drops. Finally got it. Took a little bit of time. Okay, next one is the Catalyzing Gland. This can be obtained from a creeper. I gotta be really careful here because obviously, there we go. That one's quite easy. I would say this is a really, really common one. From my experience of testing and setting up this add-on, this one was really, really common. The next one we have here is going to be from a spider. Let's see if we get this one a little bit faster here. Some you just get lucky like that, right? You get really, really lucky. Some you don't. This one right here, which is the Eye of the Storm, requires you to do it with a charged creeper. Now, I don't want to blow this up, okay? Because I'll be back to square one. So I'm going to do weather. We're going to do this as thunder. We're going to have to get this. We're then going to do this. We then need to kill it. Now, again, this can take a little bit of time. I might not necessarily get lucky here. We have to kill this every single time. So this is the rarest one to get. Oh, hold on. We'll try it again. Hold on. It's just going to keep spawning them, right? Well, let's just kill a couple of these. See if we finally get this core or not. I think I picked up an item. No, this one hasn't dropped. I got to show you, though. I want to show you guys. Let's summon a couple more for us. Okay, let's see if we get it here or not. There we go. We finally got it. We finally got that one. So we have the bat wings. We also have the glands. We do have the Calicity, and we do have the Eye of the Storm. The next one is actually dropped from a snow golem, a snowman. Again, relatively easy to get. This one is also a pain to try and get. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Every time I killed these, I never managed to get it. It never dropped it. It did say Guardian. Oh, there we go. We finally got it. Okay, I got lucky. I got lucky in today's recording. This one is going to be from a blaze, which is the molten core. And again, I'm just showing you guys all of these. Feel free to skip ahead. But these are going to be your mob drop. So obviously, if you do have farms, you're going to benefit a lot better, right? In a brand new world, this stuff is just going to be lucky drops if you kill a couple of mobs. Come on. There we go. We managed to get this one. The heart is from an enderman. And as you guys know, trying to kill an enderman can sometimes be a little bit of a pain here. Let's see if we get lucky with this one. Come on. Give me your heart, please. Anyway, while we're still trying to spawn these, I'll also spawn a skeleton. This can also drop... which one's this one? This is a rib bone. Let's see if we can get these ones. There we go. We managed to get that one. That one's kind of easy to get. The enderman was difficult. The enderman and the... Dude, they're a pain. The enderman and the guardian for me were definitely the most difficult to obtain. These guys just instantly teleporting. We might have to skip this one. I don't think we're going to get as lucky with this one. But yeah, that's how you would obtain the heart. You need to kill... Come on. You need to kill an enderman. I've got looting on it. It should also... I think looting should also increase your chances. Yep, yep, this is how many just escaped. Anyway, that's how you get the nebulous heart. As for the slime pearl, this is going to be from a slime. It's just going to work like a regular drop like the others. Once again, might take you quite some time in order to get. At this point, oh, there we go. Managed to get one. These should be common because of how many you usually get in terms of drops from slimes. So it should be a little bit easier to obtain. The beak actually comes from a squid. I think it's just a regular squid. There was no mention of a glow squid from my testing. Any of these? Nope, they all just seem to be the actual dye. Come on. But yeah, you get to see how long this can actually take. The other rib is going to be from a wither skeleton. You are going to have to take a trip inside the nether, of course. Now, the creators do have plans for more updates. They've told me. Did we get it? We got one there. Zombie hearts. Or you can kill zombified piglins. So if you've got zombie farms or you've got piglin farms, it's going to be perfect and really easy to get. We got a potato. Come on, give me your heart. This is also another item I found I was using quite frequently. Come on. This is the last one we need to do here. I've showed you them all other than 3. But yeah, 10% is a very low chance. Come on, give me that heart, buddy. Give me that heart. I don't think he's going to give me it. But anyway, that's how you would obtain all of the drops. If you do kill a witch, by the way, you can actually get a hat. But this actually isn't part of the actual mob drops. This is part of an item a little bit later on. Oh yeah, as for the witch hat, this is pure and simply cosmetic, but is going to be used in a recipe a little bit later on. You do need this. Now, something else I really enjoyed with this add-on, if you just hover over the item because it dropped unexpectedly, it will actually tell you where it's actually from. You can also kill ghasts as well. So some of them actually require you to kill multiple different mobs. This one can be blaze, but also a magma cube. So after mob drops, we then move on to blocks. We have the interdiction torch. It says, a torch that repels mobs away from it. It's craftable and cannot be toggled. This will make sense a little bit later on. and explains how you can actually craft it. So now you've obtained a bunch of drops. Let's get some torches made. You are going to need bat wings, a blaze rod, molten core, and a nebulous heart. Open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable, and you're able to make this. Now, if I place this down, it pushes them away. So if I did / summon a husk right here, it's going to push them away. Now, he's going to come towards me, but once he's in a certain radius, it's going to push him away. This is really good for protecting your land. So if I was to do / summon a Ravager, for example, it's going to push them away. Nothing can get to you. This is perfect. I wish there was a way to change it to, like, I don't know, the ability to bring in mobs. Be really helpful to kind of get cows, sheep, pigs, etc. Now, if you pick this up and then place it down instantly, as you can see, it's going to keep them away. So when you make this nighttime, obviously mobs are going to spawn. That's obviously going to be your biggest concern. It does light up a vast area, but more importantly, keeps enemies away. And even if they try and fire things like arrows, that is going to be pointed right back at them. Next, we have the Wraith node. It says, a block that can be bound to an ender staff, creating a teleportation spot. Craftable, yes. Chargeable and toggleable, no. It then says, the Wraith node serves as a fixed teleportation destination for the ender staff. To use it, you must first link an ender staff to the node. To do this, set your ender staff to bind mode. I'm going to show you this because this is a new bit of tech in Minecraft Bedrock add-ons. This, once again, requires the nebulous hearts, but also an emerald. So let's grab these, open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable. Then you get this. On its own, it's not functional. Now, we need to make ourselves an ender staff, but we can't make the ender staff until we have this special item right here. That is going to be made with this recipe right here. So you're going to need a gas tier, a nebulous heart, slime pearl, and lapis. Go ahead and tap on here. You're then able to make the void tier. We'll get into these a little bit later on, explain how they work. Then you're able to make the staff. The staff requires a stick, more nebulous hearts, wings, the actual void tier. We have one, and a pearl. Open up a crafting table, and you're able to make this. Like I said, this has unique tech. You are also going to need ender pearls, because as you'll see when we hover over this item, it says at the bottom, ender pearls 0. It also explains sneak plus switch hotbar to cycle modes. So if we sneak and go left, it's now on long cast mode. If we do it again, it's now in nodes modes. If we go to this one, it's in buy mode. It needs to be in buy mode. You need to tap on this. These are now connected. You then have to go ahead and crouch and right click, which is going to consume the pearls. This can hold a whole bunch of pearls, by the way. If we crouch and cycle to the right slot, we're on nodes, we're on long cast, we're on cast. If we tap on cast, it's just going to cast it like a regular ender pearl, right? That's completely fine. If we go back to the previous one, which is long cast, you have to go ahead. Hold on, I need to figure out how to do this again. You have to come out of this, and one of them is to hold it, which will then take you back to the nodes. Now, again, I'm still learning this. Okay, so this is nodes, bind. Okay, so we need it to be on nodes. We then need to go to, is it this one? Okay, do I need more pearls? I need more pearls. So if I crouch and go left, buy mode. If I crouch and go right, it's on nodes warp mode. So if we hold this now, it should teleport me back to this destination. Can take like 5 seconds to do. Now, again, it does work on iOS and Android. What it will simply do is ask you to tap left or right. So we're super impressed. Just took me a second or two to learn this mechanic. After that, we have the Altar of Light, an altar that converts sunlight into glowstone. So I'm just going to show you guys how this works. In order to make this, this is the recipe right here. It requires obsidian, redstone lamp, nebulous heart, and catalyzing gland. Inside of a crafting table, you then have the option to make this. Now, you need to tap on this with redstone. It needs daylight. It takes 10 in-game minutes to convert it into a glowstone piece. So I think it's exactly 3 that you need. Yeah, this has become active. Over time, it will produce glowstone for you. I'll leave that to do its magic as we start recording the rest of this video. Next on our list, we have the Lily Pad of Fertility, a magical lily pad that greatly accelerates the growth of nearby crops. Now, it is craftable, cannot be toggled on or off, and it explains how this works. It happens over time, so again, relatively balanced. It's not going to instantly grow all of your crops. But as you can see here, we have a brand new recipe, which is going to be fertile essence. How do you make that essence? In order to make the essence, this is the recipe right here. So you are going to need a rib bone, catalyzing gland, green dye, and slime pearl. This will then let you make this, which we can then go back to the previous recipe right here, which is going to be a total of 1, 2, and 3, and a regular lily pad. Go ahead and place this on top of water. Then grab yourself some crops. And again, over a period of time, this is going to make them grow. But it does not happen instantly. Let's wait for it to happen. There we go. So that took like 3 minutes. And it doesn't do all of them. So this is perfect for working on large scales, which again, I liked it because it was pretty balanced. Next, we learn about the pedestals. So it says here we have the display and functional. The functional ones are really cool. For the display, it says display pedestals are decorative blocks used to showcase your favorite items. And basically, they come in all wall colors. So to make this, you are going to need quartz slabs. You're also going to need a quartz block. And you're going to need any kinds of carpet you like. Red is my favorite color, so I'm going to pick red. Go ahead and place this down, but we'll grab a couple of different colors here. We'll grab yellow. I'll grab the white one. I'll grab the whatever color this one is. We'll also grab the black one, and we'll go ahead and place these down as well. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll grab some items. The only limitation here is a bedrock limitation. As you can see here, my enchanted sword is not glowing. That's just because Bedrock doesn't have that tech yet. I hope that changes, honestly. So we'll grab a couple of different items here. So we've got a sword. We've got a mace. Your favorite enchanted book. That one works perfectly fine. We'll just go ahead and grab a couple more colors here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll grab some of our favorite items. So these ones are pure and simply decoration, but there is going to be better ones. Trust me. So let's say you found your first pair of wings. You found a witch hat. You found a end crystal. Armor. You get the point here. Now to get them off, just right click, put a new one on just like this. Let's learn about the functional ones. Functional pedestals are upgraded versions of display that can perform automated tasks when powered by a redstone wire. It just means redstone dust. Like their display-only counterparts, they can be crafted in all 16 wool colors. To use a functional pedestals, it explains how this works. Again, guys, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, but these are going to be all of the items. So we have Rending Gale, which pushes or pulls mobs within a 10-block radius. And it says, if set to fly mode, it will affect players within 31 blocks. Shears/Shears of Winter shears sheep and destroys leaves/vines and grass within a 10-block radius. Bucket automatically fills the bucket with milk if cows are within a 10-block radius. We have a special tome. I'll get into this a little bit later on. It also works with swords, axes, and magical bane, which will kill mobs in a certain radius. A special coin and harvest. So let me show you how to make this. It is going to require some diamonds and a pre-existing display pedestal. So we'll go ahead and grab this. I'm going to place this down. On its own, it doesn't do anything. You are going to need some redstone. So it can just be a redstone torch and one piece like this. This is now active, right? Now I'm going to make myself that special item. So that's the Rending Gale. It says use the Rending Gale to fly, push, and pull mobs. So we need to change its mode, which is going to be push, pull, or fly. I'm going to have this as pull. So this should pull mobs within a radius. Let's kind of push the cow a little bit closer here. There you go. It pulls it towards it. Aha. So that's why that other one doesn't have that function, because this does that. Or you could go ahead and grab it, and you have to do it in your hands, by the way. So we'll have this as push modes. It should push them away. So if I was to do / summon a husk. Oops, try it again. / difficulty normal. Let's set a husk there. It's going to push them away. There's a fly ability as well. So we'll grab this, change it to fly. I'm going to show you guys. This is really weird. Really, really weird. But yeah, within a certain radius, that's how it's going to work. It's super useful. Like, if you're a builder, that is fantastic. So I'll go ahead and set up all of these and just show you guys how they function. This tome one, it's going to make sense a little bit later on, guys. So we're going to skip that for now. There's a dedicated section about that. Trust me, it's pretty useful. So let's go ahead and get these all placed down. And let's grab all of the pedestals. So we'll just grab anyone from in here. I'll just go with the black ones for the sake of this. That one's been missed. They are now all powered. And all of these magical items will now start to make sense. So the next one here is going to be shears. So this one, I believe, is going to shear vines and things that are nearby. But we'll just use the regular one for now. So let's see. If we place this down. There you go. It shears the sheep. We're also going to do vines as well. So we'll take this one off. Put this on. / give at P. Let's do vine 20. I think it should... There you go. It works. Should shave them. It does. It's super useful. Again, there's like really cool quirkiness in this one. There is also going to be a bucket as well. So we put a bucket there with a cow. It's going to fill it up for you. So if you want to have automatic farms, that is going to be doable. This one is going to be a sword. So it is going to kill mobs within a radius. And the last one is going to be a coin. So this coin has to be activated. And it says here, the coin of fortune draws in items and XP. So if I was to do... Wait, do you have diamonds in here already? I do. So if I was to grab some diamonds and throw them... Oh, I think we need a chest with this one. This one needs to have a chest nearby. Yes. So all of my items are actually going in here. As you can see here, all of the items that were on the floor. So that's actually really cool. And then the last one here is going to have the harvest rod. So we'll place this down. We are going to have to grab another one of these real quick. Oh, I think it's gone inside of there. It has. Place this down. Going to need crops. I think this needs bone meal, so you have to toggle this one. Oh, it's taking all of my seeds as well. Do I have to put... Oh, that's how it works. Does it go inside of there? I think it does. So these two combined are absolutely perfect. Yeah, that's actually really, really cool. So yeah, that's exactly how those work. Next, we have the magical items. I'm not going to show you guys how to craft them all, but let it be noted that all of the mob drops that I showed you earlier on are going to be used to make these. So we have a vial, a single-use vial granting you various positive effects. So it says here you can get instant health, strength, regen, invisibility, and absorption. I will show you how to make this one. This one is going to require a claw. So we open up this and type in Infernal. It explains how to make it, right? I just don't need to show you guys all the recipes. I think the guidebook and the recipe book does a very good job. So this is going to let us make this. It's going to be a random experience. We've got strength, regen, invisibility, and we've also got, is it regen? Absorption as well. Moving on, we then have ourselves an angelic feather. This is going to give you the ability to jump, but you can learn a little bit more about this inside of here. A feather that makes you immune to fall damage and gives you jump boost 2. Craftable, throwable, no, and explains exactly how this works. Hold on, it says, is a passive item that makes you immune. It says, instead of taking damage, your hunger will be consumed. Oh, okay. So to balance it out, you will lose hunger when you use this. Yeah, now hunger has been used as a tool quite a lot in this as we go a little bit further. So let's just kind of jump a little bit. Over time, it's saying hunger will actually be consumed. Can they go in the offhand, by the way? Not quite. Okay, so it does say when you hover over it, protects you from fall at the expense of hunger. Okay, so this is the best way to show you guys. Keep an eye on my hunger. When I fall, we end up with the hunger effect. The higher you fall, the more it's going to take off your hunger. Next, we have another serum. This is going to be the Aphrodite's one. Let's throw this. I don't know what on earth this actually did to me, but we're going to read the guidebook to actually find out. It says, increases breeding of animals. Oh, okay. Hey, it's like that, huh? / summon a cow / give Appy wheat 20. Let's try this then, shall we? 1 and 2. Throw that over there. Oh, look how... Okay, so we end up with 2. Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay. I like the concept behind that one. This one is going to be the Emperor's Chalice. Do I have to eat this? Oh. That's not a good idea. Provides an endless water supply, craftable, toggleable, and has modes. It then says the Emperor's Chalice serves as an infinite water bucket. You can switch between collect water and place water modes by shift and right clicking. Okay. So, like, am I meant to be able to place water down now? Do I need a water bucket? Let's give / Appy. Let's try this. Water bucket? I actually don't know. But then it says, additionally, you can drink from the chalice by pressing right, which will sacrifice 1 heart to restore 1 point of hunger. Drinking from it also carries a small chance of receiving the Emperor's Blessing, which fully restores your health, or the Emperor's Curse, which will kill you. Ah, so we got unlucky, but I actually don't know how the... I don't actually know how the water situation works. Oh, okay, so I had it on the other modes. That one's normal. This one right here is going to be the ability to place it down. I got really unlucky then. Okay, that time I got lucky. Bro, I just got super, super unlucky with this one. Fertile Potion. Let's read the info behind this one. A splash potion that instantly grows in area where it hits. So that would be, oh, useful on the crops. Like this. That makes perfect sense. We do have bread. So when hungry, I think if you eat this, it fully heals your hunger. Let's just wait a second. Consume this. Yeah, it just fully heals you. That's what that one's used for. Again, the crafting recipes are inside of the crafting recipe book. That's a pretty cool one. The next one we have available... Which one's this one? Glowing Water. Ah, okay. Let's read the info behind the Glowing Water. Glowing Water. A splash potion useful as a weapon against undead mobs. Okay. It says designed in combat. All right. Let's grab this. / summon a husk. Fight against those. Oh, it instantly kills the undead. I did show you... I never showed you the medallion. I showed you a different coin. So this one is going to take your levels. So it's going to save them. So we hover over it. It says stores levels. So this is going to give you the ability to reclaim your levels. So toggle plus sneak. Let's right click. So as you can see, it's giving us our levels back. So it's a great way to store your levels. Or you could give it to your friend. This one's going to be the Infernal Chalice. Does give you fire resistance. Let's see what else this can actually do. So this one, that stores an unlimited amount of lava. Ah, okay. So it needs lava first. So you'd have to place down a bucket to then actually store it. So this would be great. Go inside the nether and just grab a whole bunch of these. So now I could go over here and start placing it down if I wanted to. Yeah, that's exactly how that works. Very similar to the other one I showed you with the water. We have the Infernal Claws, a cluster of razor-sharp claws, searing hot to touch, that offers protection from fire at the cost of your own vitality. While the Infernal Claws are in your inventory, they will grant you immunity to fire and damage. Instead of taking hunger points, you'll get hurt the first time you enter lava. And that's how it works. Okay, so we have to... We'll get hurt. And then we end up with the ability. Okay. We've seen those kind of things before. It's a different twist. So, Infernal Tear. Let me explain this one because this has a tapping ability. So it says here, a tear that can dissolve items in exchange for experience points. So the higher the material, so diamond and iron, is going to be better than the likes of cobble. It says, converts items directly into experience points. You must first set it as a filter by pressing shift plus right. So we need to activate this first. So this is what it looks like. You have to activate this. So we need to get items with it. So let's grab a whole bunch of items. So now it's going to start taking my items and converting them into XP, right? So it's currently holding diamond, sneak plus. How do I take this off? There you go. So it says, in failure, didn't find anything burnable in my inventory. How? How not? I guess these can't work. There must be a limitation on what can actually be consumed. So common blocks. Ah, okay. So this doesn't actually sit under it. Ah. So valuables would make a little bit more sense. Nether Star giving you 500 XP. The diamonds are pretty good, but they're not the best. Mob drop, so gunpowder. So if I did / give at P gunpowder 64, it would actually burn these for XP levels. Kraken's Shell. A shell that grants you powers of the ocean depths. The Kraken Shell is a passive magical charm that while in your inventory, you'll be able to breathe indefinitely underwater and will be granted Dolphin's Grace. Okay, so this one's a pretty standard one. Doesn't have to be activated. Does give you water breathing. But a lot of these will consume your hunger, which again is a fair trade. The next one here is going to be a Lantern of Paranoia. Let's see how this one works. Automatically places torches around you. Do I need torches in it first, though? We do. So we'd have to set this to torch mode. It's then going to be changed. If I do / time set midnight. I think the way this works, it's meant to do it automatically. Yeah. So wherever there is a... Hold on, do we have to activate this? Yeah, wherever there's a light patch, this will go ahead and place it automatically, which is so cool. I really like this one. Super, super useful in survival, especially in a cave. Phoenix Down gives you a jump ability, but what else can it actually do? It says here, a feather that gives you various effects does have a toggle. It gives you passive and active effects. While your inventory, it grants you jump boosts. You can also change this, I believe. Oh, wow, okay. But it gets consumed and then has a very, very long cooldown. But you end up with all of these abilities. Now, some of these are going to be a lot harder to make than others. We have the Salamander's Eye. How do you work? Salamander's Eye. An eye that smolders with both fire and ice, offering complete protection from heat and flame. It says while it's in your inventory, you are completely immune from fire. It also automatically extinguishes nearby fire blocks. Destroys incoming fireballs from blazes. So / summon a blaze. Let's try this. Doesn't have to be toggled. But let's see. Come on. Shoot me, blaze. Yeah, see? They do nothing. I like that one too. They all have their own perks. And they're very different and done a very different way. We have Touch of Midas. Let's just double check exactly what this one does. We should know exactly how this works. And do you have to activate this? Yeah, you do. So if I was to start breaking things, and then we shift and right click, what is the expense of it? What do I need? Do I need gold in order for this to work? Let's read it. From my understanding, it needs glowstone dust. That will repair your gold items. So I did show you about the void tier earlier on. This does have an activation method as well. This will consume things like iron. Works a very similar way as the other ones I showed you before. It's going to consume items. So as you can see here, it's now consuming our iron. The higher the item, the better it's going to be, as you can see right here. So let's just quickly read about this power. So it says here, an item capable of storing nearly infinite amounts of single items. Ah, okay. So the void tier is the ultimate storage solution. This is perfect. So if you wanted this to hold things like diamonds, cobblestone, and things like that, it says to manage your inventory, shift and right click. So it has a couple of different modes. So you've got empty mode. You've also got the stack mode. So it's going to bring the stacks back. Fill mode. As you can see here, it's going to take out everything. So empty is going to take all of them and store them for you. This is going to give you a stack. And this is going to empty everything that you have available. The last one I'm going to show you is Witherless Rose. how exactly does this one work? A beautiful rose that offers complete protection from the withering effect. Okay, do I have to activate this one? Nope. / summon a wither skeleton. Okay, so we are protected. Obviously, we're still going to take damage, but we just don't get withering. Now we get into weapons and tools. We have the Destruction Catalyst, a tool that consumes gunpowder, making mining easier. So this can obviously destroy only these related blocks. So not everything in Minecraft can be destroyed. I won't show you all the recipes, but I will show you one. Again, all of the mob drops I showed you earlier on, some of these are going to be needed. So apparently this has more modes. So it needs gunpowder. That's what it is. So we're gonna have to grab gunpowder. That's now been consumed. So if I throw it, is it throwing? There you go. Oh, you just tap. Oh, there you go. And it takes the gunpowder. Yeah. And then obviously the gunpowder is going to run out. So if I do it again, as you can see here, it takes like a couple of them, depending on how much it destroys. This next one is the Glacial Staff. This one requires snowballs. Also has to be activated as well. And you're able to use this to fire snowballs. Does it have multiple modes? I think it's just these two. It just fires them. Like frozen ones as well. That's exactly how that one works. This is going to be a hand grenade, and I think you guys know exactly how this is going to work. You throw it, and it explodes. Pretty simple, but this does damage, I believe. But wow, it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't destroy the actual terrain itself. This one is going to be a blaster. Now, the blaster has insane amount of ammunition available. Like if you go to creative, and I'll do that very quickly, I can show you guys exactly how much in terms of blaster ammunition this has. So we'll open this up, type in blaster. You can see all of the bullet available, right? So basically this offers different kinds of powers. So weakness is another one, blindness, mining fatigue, we've got withering. So you've got all of these abilities that you can obviously project onto mobs. Hold on, let's try and do it. And there's so many different ammunitions that can be done. So they're quite powerful. It's just going to consume all of these. I don't fully know the function of this and how to pick and choose. But let's just get rid of a bunch of these real quick. So you're going to need the cartridge. So I did / summon. Try a Ravager here real quick. Should hit it with the withering. Yeah, it does. So you can see here my cartridges are being consumed. So you need the actual cartridges, which seems to have a decent standard of bullets inside of it. So yeah, I think you might have to craft all components. Next, we have the Ice Magnus. This also requires snowball. Does have a toggle mode as well. So this one, try it real quick, is going to fire ice balls as well. There's a lot more information inside the guidebook behind this. So if we, again, this explains how all of these blaster things work. It can all be learned inside of the crafting table itself. Let's go to the, here, a single-use magical rod that fires chilling projectiles, crippling any foe that it strikes. It says here how to use it. Yeah, so I think we understand how this works. You've just got to add like the ice to it. Next, we have the Magic Bane. So earlier on, I was showing you guys how to kill mobs just with this. 10% chance. With this, it's 25. And it says here, a sword infused with arcane energy that disrupts the magical essence of creatures, forcing them to release more of their rare material upon death. The Magic Bane functions as a sword. When a mob is killed with this weapon, the chance of dropping rare items such as charm fragments is significantly increased. Enchantment level adds bonus damage repairs with the special stone that we made before. So let's see if we can get a drop as easy as before. Let's see how long this takes. Come on, we're gonna have to kill a couple of these. There we go. We got it on the 3rd time. I'm just gonna very quickly leave these on the floor. We're gonna skip this one real quick. This lets you bring in items. That's what that one is used for. Not actually used for fishing, ironically enough. The damage on this goes down quite quickly, though. This one's going to be the Pyro... Is it? Pyromancer's. I'm on the wrong one. And this requires fire charges. Pyromancer's Staff. So this requires these. We're going to stop. Hold on. Let's wait for it to consume. Then change. This lets you set fires. Sadly, you don't use it for firing. I actually thought it was just going to be long distance. That's not how this works. This right here is going to be Stick of Mercy. Let's see exactly how this one is going to work. A devastating weapon against the undead. Okay, so it's basically... And that's how it works. But if I was to do / summon a Ravager, which isn't undead... It's not great against that. Okay, so final 2. Serpent Staff. This lets you fire projectiles such as the slime projectiles. This one right here, we're going to have to read the info behind this one. So let's open up the guidebook, go to the bottom, tap on the staff. A staff that allows you to place torches from a distance. So this one does require torches, from my understanding. So you have to put this on like the consume modes. Then you're able to stop, and you're able to place down a whole bunch of torches. I like the lantern better, which does it in dark areas. But if you want to use this way, you have a little bit more control. Next, we learn about charms and charm belts. Charms are magical items that repel mobs away from players. Charms can be obtained by crafting charge fragments with a crafting table, and some are dropped by mobs. Charms can be used and stored using the charm belt. I'm not going to show you guys how to make it. I'm just gonna grab the actual belt. I will show you guys how to make the special charms themselves, though. For example, we use the blaze one. So this is gonna store items inside, holds or mob charms, which you can use to repel. So let's go to the next section, which is gonna be charm fragments. Let's use the blaze, for example. Craftable, yes. Dropped, no. Let's see if there's one that's dropped. Okay, so bogged has a 10% chance to drop. But if you use that special sword over here, and we'll try that real quick, actually. If I was to kill a bogged with this, / summon a bogged, we have a chance to get a charm fragment. A pretty decent chance. Although it doesn't want to be friendly today. Some of the drops have been kind, others have not. This is going to run out too. But anyway, you can get these fragments from these. Oh, we didn't get any. Wow. Even with a 25% chance drop rate, we still got unlucky. But that's going to increase it. Some mobs are going to drop more. Anyway, the blaze has to be crafted. It's used, as you would expect, with the molten, blaze, and a rod. This will then let you craft the fragments, which I believe... Hold on. You can insert a charm. So we would need to insert a charm. But hold on. Oh, no, that makes the fragment. We then have to craft a charm. My apologies. Okay, so once you do have enough of these fragments, you're then able to make a charm. The blaze one, for example. Tap on this, insert charm, and you can insert this one, right? So if I was to... Do we have a blaze? / summon a blaze here. It should just knock it all the way back. It does. It knocks it away from you, as you can see here. So this basically keeps everything away, very similar to what I showed you before. So if you had a whole bunch of charms, which is all of these, and I'm going to try and show you something here because we do have a warden one. So if I was to open up this, insert a charm, I think there's a warden one. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Warden. Okay. And then I was to summon a warden. It keeps him at bay. So, yeah. I mean, they can be very powerful. I don't know if it's better to get me, but yeah, the charms are really cool. Can't reach me there, but every single mob has one. I'm going to add all of these. He might be able to get me with his ability from a distance, but you can see all of these now being added. He's getting angry. I think it's keeping him at distance, though. I'm just adding all of these. We've now added all of them. / difficulty P real quick. But yeah, charms are overpowered, but they like back-end stuff. I haven't done the husk one, but I definitely did the Ravager one. I like the charms, but they're going to take you quite some time to get. Now we move on to the final section, Alkahestry. It says here, Reliquary Reincarnations adds a way to create and brew potions that otherwise would not be obtainable in survival Minecraft. It allows for duplication of valuable resources and the creation of powerful potions unobtainable through normal means. So let's start with this special tome. So this tome consumes redstone and lets you duplicate items. Again, it shows you the actual cost. So 1 diamond would cost you 64 charges, emerald 24. All of the information is going to be inside of here. I'm going to show you how to make it. You do need that witch hat and a bunch of other items. So we're going to grab all of these here, open up a crafting table, and make this tome. It needs redstone and needs to be powered. It has to be powered. It cannot be used in your hand. It needs to be powered with this. So we need to set this to consume. This is going to consume all of these until it gets to 1,000. Let's do that. So once it gets there, you can then go ahead and put this inside of here. Make sure it's activated by redstone. We'll get rid of the rest of these. So let's duplicate a diamond. Just throw it on the floor nearby, and this is going to duplicate it. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't just keep duplicating it, which is a shame, so you have to keep throwing it. Bedrock doesn't quite have that tech, but you could do with a whole bunch of items. I actually don't know if you could duplicate something like, I don't know, this. Is it possible to duplicate something like this? It is, and it gives you a lot in return. So, again, different items can be obviously duplicated. Higher items like diamonds are going to cost a lot more. Let's get into the brewing aspect of this. We need to make ourselves the special, hold on, what's it called? Apothecary mortar. So this is going to basically combine essence to make your potions. It requires catalyzing glands and a bunch of smooth quartz. You can now make this. Now, to learn a little bit more about this, open up your guidebook, go to this specific section, and scroll down. It will teach you how to make absorption, so you need coal and leather. If you want to make a specific type, scroll down. Let's say you wanted to make, I don't know, something like wither, for example. You would need coal and a zombie heart. So we're just going to make a couple of basic ones. So coal and leather. Please, excuse me. Tap and tap, and then tap again. It combines the essence. Let's make a couple more. So, for example, we're going to make ourselves Wither Skull plus Frozen. This gives us the potion essence, which, again, they're all going to be different. They're all going to give you different abilities. I focused on absorption here. As you can very clearly see, there is tons of different essence available. Did I put essence inside of here? I did, a whole bunch of them. Now, once you made these, you're going to have to make yourself a special cauldron. This is the recipe for the cauldron. As you can see, take a screenshot if you want to. It's all available inside of the guidebook. This has to be placed above some kind of fire. It can be a campfire. It can be fire. It can be lava. You then need to get yourself some water buckets. Fill these up. Fill them all up. Next on our list, I believe, might actually be the essence or the wards. Now, I'm just going to double clarify here. There's a lot to take in with today's add-on. We're going to go back to the cauldron here. So it says you need to brew a potion to begin. Place a cauldron, then fill it with water, potion of essence, then wart. Okay, so we need to pick a let's pick anything here. We'll go with speed on this occasion, right? Speed 3. We'll go with saturation, and I'll go with a negative one here. Let's go with the wither, right? So this goes in here, in here, in here. That goes in, that goes in, that goes in. It's going to start to fizzle. It then tells us you can add redstone and glowstone and dragon's breath if you wanted to. So we'll do that. We'll add all of these. So we'll do redstone, glowstone, dragon's breath. It's just going to offer you different styles. We're then going to have to grab ourselves a vial. So this is a condensed potion, which does as it says. We're going to grab this one. And we're also going to grab another one. Oh, that one needs... does that just need like a regular bottle? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I did with the dragon's one. But you're meant to use these vials. So I'm not sure what I did with this one. But you end up with a couple of them. Now you can add gunpowder, which will give you the ability to throw it. That's why. That makes a little bit more sense. Now I can throw it. Yeah, this is going to do damage. Just to put into perspective as to how many is available, you can see all of these. You can actually get like saturation X, which is crazy. Absolutely bonkers how insane this is. There is so many cool things available. So some of them are going to be obviously a lot more expensive to make, but there's so many different essences. There's a lot available for the blaster related things, but I apologize I didn't show you guys in great depth, but there's just so much available inside of this. This is a fantastic add-on. Honestly, They definitely did the mod proud. There's going to be more updates in the future, so if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section. This, for me, is a must-have add-on.